Today is the day, the long-promised glorious adventure to far places. The kind of day it's good to be alive. Everything combines to form a perfect picture. Smiling skies and bright sun. A car that's able and eager. And so, they're off to keep a date with destiny. But that's ridiculous. She's driving conservatively and well. The car is in perfect condition. It's a beautiful road, and she's got it all to herself. But has she? The day that started so happily is ruined. But it might have been worse. So very much worse. Who was at fault? Perhaps both. Perhaps neither. It was just one of those things. Let's talk to somebody who knows about those things.
Not an unusual case, not at all. Most accidents today involve cars in perfect mechanical condition, operated by sober, intelligent drivers, under ideal driving weather and road conditions. That's when the margin for error, the safety zone, if you please, is critically narrow. If that's hard to understand, let me put it this way. Back in the early days of motoring, cars were admittedly cantankerous and unreliable. Everybody knew that driving was treacherous and drove accordingly. Even today, if driving conditions are bad, rainy nights, fog, or icy roads, motorists recognize the hazards and allow themselves a wide safety zone. But under ideal conditions, every driver of a good car feels so secure that without thinking, he drives closer and closer to the critical limit of safety. Then, if something unexpected happens, there's an accident. Nobody ever quite understands what happened or why. It's just one of those things. Unless you've been in my place, you can't realize the hairline that separates the safety zone from the danger zone. It may be no more than a slight lowering of reaction response. Say you're on a long trip. You're driving just as carefully as when you started. But the mental and physical fatigue of fighting the wheel and taking the bumps have slowed your reactions to a point where you've actually overreached your safety zone without realizing it. You're tired and ripe for an accident.
After all, control of your car depends upon these points of road contact.
Safety zone in all kinds of weather, on all kinds of roads. Every modern car has good steering and good brakes. But steering only guides the wheels. Even the finest brakes can only stop the wheels. What happens to your car depends on what happens right here, where tires meet the road. Anything you spend to increase your margin of safety zone, whether it's a few extra minutes or a few extra dollars, is the smartest investment you'll ever make.
Now we look with new understanding at the rolling wheels of motordom. How many are within their safety zone? Which will be next in the tragic toll of motoring casualties? All kinds of cars, many kinds of brakes, all good. But brakes can only stop the wheels. It's up to the tires to stop the car. And now we're going to show you what we mean. The stage is being set for a miracle. Yes, That's soap suds, mixed with slippery clay, applied in a thick, slimy blanket to create the slickest road in the world. Here, the new U.S. Royal Master is about to demonstrate the action of America's foremost safety tire and the meaning of the extra safety zone. The cars are identical, brakes perfectly adjusted. The only difference is in the tire. There's the signal, and there they go. It's amazing that they can stop at all. But keep your eye on those Royal Masters. That's the difference, the life-saving margin between merely good tires and Royal Masters. Of course, you'll never drive in soap suds, but you will drive on clay, snow, rain, and road scum. And when you do, Royal Masters give you this vital extra safety zone. Now let's translate that safety zone into terms of everyday driving. For instance, on a rainy afternoon in city traffic. You think you can make that light, but no, you stamp on the brake. With Royal Masters, your exclusive safety zone turns a potential accident into a mere incident. And so it goes through experiences that make headlines every day. What's the secret of this superlative stopping power, this safety zone? To the casual observer, the tread doesn't appear so different. But look closer. See how that flexible tread is made up of countless sharp-edged safety blocks. Now, in slow motion, watch that tread go to work. When brakes are applied, a miracle happens. Hundreds of sharp, gripping edges cut through water, mud, or oil scum down to dry road and hold. Then, when power is applied, those gripping edges work in reverse to provide positive traction. And on curves, well, watch that car. Wow, that's a job for the steely hands of a race driver. Look who's driving the car. How could she hold it? Well, let's watch the Royal Master on the road. In the straightaway, notice the firm, free-rolling action of the steer-easy tread. Down at the level of the road, the flat, sturdy tread holds fast. Even on slippery pavement, the tires take the curves with skid-free safety. For the side thrust of the car tilts the keen-edged running ribs, driving them through road film and holding steady. And the air ride principle of low pressure brings to motoring a wholly new concept of riding comfort. Anybody can see that road is a killer. Yet notice how lightly and easily she holds the wheel on pavement. Low-pressure Royal Masters swallow the bumps and iron out the roughest going, sparing the driving gear, preventing squeaks, rattles, and repairs. Sparing the driver, too, keeping her relaxed and refreshed on even long tours. Combining comfort with a further contribution to the extra margin of safety zone. And together with all those new performance advancements, you get tremendous new mileage. The new tread is deeper, tougher, and stronger than ever before. Will actually deliver up to 30% more miles than the pre-war Royal Master, which built a tradition of long mileage. And it gives 60% more safe miles than today's conventional tires, with greater resistance to blowouts and punctures than ever before. Its tread remains young throughout its entire life. For after long service, the Before the matchless stopping power loses its full effectiveness, the tread is re-skidded and ready for another long period of dependable skid protection. Then many thousands of safe miles later, the tread is re-grooved and again re-skidded, renewing the incomparable safety for the full life of the tread. And that's why this is the only tire that can be kept at top efficiency, the ultimate in stopping power and traction, right down to the last mile of service. Thus, the Royal Master brings you, for the first time, all these advanced features in one tire. Dry road safety on wet roads. Full stopping power, renewable to the last mile. Greater stability, surer control. Relaxed, low-pressure driving and riding comfort. And up to 60% more safe miles. Truly America's foremost and finest. You can't buy a better tire to save your life.